White Album 2 Introductory Chapter.
だからやめとけって春樹。無駄だって。
けどこのままじゃ同好会が学園祭がああピアノのやつね。悪い、言ってなかったな。今日は具合が悪くて早退だって。
Damn, he lied to her.
胃腸風邪らしいから2、3日したら復帰すると思う。ああ、出てきたらちゃんと紹介するから。
見え張るお前が悪いんだろ。正直に言っちまえばよかったんだよ。うちは初めからピアノなんかいないって。
ついでに今はベースもドラムも何もかもいないってか。
逆ギレすんなよ。春樹らしくもない。
I like the way he said
すま
that.
ん。いや、まあ恋する男は100万馬力なのかもしれないけど。
なんとでも言え、今の俺に皮肉は通用しない。
けどそうやってずっとごまかしてるとどんどん引っ込みがつかなくなるぞ。
そうなると、あとはそのイメージを守るために見栄に見栄を重ねて。
I see. What I'm doing right now is exactly what Okuso has been doing for the past 2 years. In order to get others interested in me, I'm leaving misunderstanding as they are and slowly driving myself into a corner. Damn, bro, I didn't even think about it like that.
ついた。音楽か。
Even so, telling Okuso the truth now would completely destroy her motivation. Because when she spontaneously started singing like that, it wasn't just because of my crappy guitar playing. It's because the fluent piano was there to match my stuttering melody.
おい、本当に音楽家の奴らに頭下げんのかよ。俺は嫌だぞ。
竹谷は降りてもいい。けど今となっては例の松川君に頼むしかないんだ。
Oh, we're gonna meet the famous Masakawa-kun. Alright. The owner of the second music room. The fluent pianist that would always improvise, no matter which melody I play. To our K-On club, which only has guitarists, we were in desperate need of such abilities.
ちょっとごめん、松川君っているかな。
What happened? Dang. I take a deep sigh in the empty classroom. My body and mind are both at their limits.
もう音楽家の連中とは口利かん。なんであんなにプライド高いんだ奴らは。
Despite the enthusiasm I had for the music students, in the end, it was exactly as Takeya had predicted.
にしてもどうなってんだ。第二音楽室って誰が使ってんだよ。
No, the result is much worse than the prediction. I found Masakawa-kun in an instant. He was skinny, tall, and wore glasses with a rather strong index. He seemed like a very nervous guy. And after talking with him for a little bit, my first impression of his crowd was right on the mark. When he heard my request, Masakawa wouldn't stop mocking the foolishness of the K-On club, declaring that we are disorganized, reckless, and disgusting, and that being the amateurs we are, we should give up since it won't end well anyway. What a bitch. What? Why would he say that? Even then, what kept me preserving the discussion and holding Takeya back from taking off was the fact that, despite his toxic personality, I was enchanted by the piano playing. But then at the end, that bastard said something that was unforgivable.
とにかく僕は第二音楽室を使ったことなんかない。うちのクラスであそこを使う人間なんかいない。あんな不愉快な場所寄りつくはずもない。
After that, Takeya was holding me back just as I was holding him back earlier.
そういうことなら最初に言えよ。そしたらあっさり引き下がったよ。
Then I wouldn't have had to take all those insults. And with that, we're back to square one with finding the owner of the second music room. The only thing we learned so far is the fact that no one from the music program uses the second room. The truth is, even though we asked people other than Masakawa, they all said we never used the second music room. After all, Class H has that big third music room. It looks like they have no real reason to go out of their way to use the music room on the normal classes side. The music students seem to think the second music room is exclusively used by normal students, while normal students assume the opposite. Furthermore, the attitude they had when I asked them about the second music room was quite suspicious. It seems like they didn't want to touch the subject, to give unpleasant looks, and would try not to get involved. Even if it's true that no one from the music program uses the room, somehow it feels like they know something. Perhaps their attitude is the key to solving this mystery.
待てよ。
No one should be using that music room, a piano that echoes and nobody knows anything. One of the school's 7 mysteries. It can't be. The owner of the second music room, could he possibly have passed away long ago?
うわーなんだよ驚かすなあ、いや違うすまん勝手に驚いた俺が悪い
Damn, bro. We're like, what the fuck, man? Don't scare me like that. She glare at him. She's like, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's my fault. My fault.
帰る
You know, man, as cute as Setsuna is, there's something about Touma. I don't know. We gotta hear her side of the story, but I feel like I like her though.
待て待て待てだから悪かったってば
What am I doing? Throwing away the lifetime opportunity again to talk with my neighbor, who speaks maybe once a month. Speaking of which, a few days ago, she did come to speak to me, but I feel like I ignored her or something. Oh crap.
どうしたんだこんな遅くまで部活入ってたっけ
そっちこそ
俺
今日は下手くそなギター弾かないの
Yo, let's go.
音楽室は週に2日しか使えないの弱小同好会だから
Crappy.
そんなんで学園祭大丈夫なんだ
順調だよ
She
ボー
has
カ
a
ルだって
watch.
見つかった
I wonder if this watch is going to carry any significance throughout the story. I always like to see little details. And I hope those little details will be important. And then I feel like I'm smart. That's why I like to point it out. I just want to feel smart, bro. I hope I'm right.
ボーカル
聞いて驚けなんと
聞かないから驚かない
Dang.
あそう
そう
I wonder why. Why is it that we can't continue this conversation, even though it's been months since we talked like this? Maybe exactly because we haven't interacted at all in a very long time.
でベースは
え
ドラムは
あれ
ギターとボーカル以外のメンバーは
I mean, you can do acoustics. Even though it's been months since we talked, why is our conversation drowning me in such sorrow? Come on, Chikashi, don't go around doing stupid things. Even if they're your neighbor, there are things you shouldn't tell others.
男の涙目は可愛くない
Damn.
大丈夫だよ大丈夫なんだよ俺にはもう一つの秘密兵器があるんだ
Though it feels like it just slipped through my fingers a moment ago.
へえそれは行幸どんな人
どうでもいいだろう
どうでもいいんだ
いつもはこっちから話しかけてもシカトしまくりなくせに人が落ち込んでる時だけわざわざ話しかけてくるなよ
ああそれは悪うございましたね
からかうだけなら帰ってくれ俺はもうしばらく一人でいたいんだよ
そう
そうなのはいさよならお疲れ様シュッシュ
Dude, he really shoot her. That's kind of mean. Yeah, beat his ass. No one shoot you. Damn, Haruki's not backing down though. I felt like her usual cold gaze had a freezing surge today.
さよなら
What the fuck? What the fuck happened? Despite the force of impact, the classroom door somehow retained its shape. Once that shudder ceased, the silence I desired in this classroom finally came.
小学生のガキですか、俺は。
Once again, my annoyance had increased.
久しぶりにやっちまった。
It seems I can't communicate with my neighbor properly, even though I can talk to Ogiso surprisingly well. I ended up in the same class when I entered 3rd year. I'm ashamed to say it, but I hadn't even known she was around before then. I could never get used to her blunt attitude, and she could never stomach my nosy attitude, so we were in a conflict since the very beginning. But now, when I thought our relationship was finally making progress for the better, at the very least, things ended up without getting physical, only remaining gloomy. What do you mean, things ended up? Though I've been wishing for a good relationship with the few girls I know, there's also Ogiso. Not that I think of it, maybe I'm the type of person who pays a lot of attention to girls' appearances. Wait a minute! What do you mean? Oh, I gotta reread this. Do he like her? Kinda sounds like he liked her. Touma. Now that I think about it, maybe I'm the type of person who pays a lot of attention to girls' appearances. It's obvious, but I realized I'd fallen asleep when I awakened. It seems my body and mind were exhausted from having 2 consecutive events spinning around my head. Stretching out hard and trying to regain my senses, I slowly glanced over the classroom. Well, with me being alone here, it's gotten much closer to evening than I expected. Looking at the time, it seems like it's just past 5. In the end, I also slept through my usual practice time. Such a useless day. Insulted for no reason, going back to square one, and then getting into an argument. In the end, I never find out who the owner of the second music room is. On top of that, the piano has been silent since that time when the 3 of us were in harmony. What if he never returns to the second music room? The piano has been silent since the time when the 3 of us were in harmony? It's playing right now, isn't it? Yeah, it's playing at this very moment, isn't it? With how dazed I was, I completely ignored the melody and was playing just after I woke up. It was such a professional performance that I probably ignored it thinking it was background music playing in the city. Although I came up with a bunch of excuses, it doesn't matter to make up for the fact that I made a fatal error. I hadn't noticed at all at the moment I opened the door. The truth is, today was the first time the second music room was left unlocked. The chilling wind comes through the open window. The curtain rattles and shudders, hitting the window as the wind blows against it. And the magnificent grand piano sits there, enshrined right in the middle of the classroom. But as expected, there's no one here. The partner that was out of my league, who always accompanied my guitar. Just a moment ago, as usual, he was playing with a sound that was casual, profound, elegant, and stubborn. Today was a total disaster. Being stolen by Masakawa from the music room program for no reason. The search for the owner of the second music room going back to square one. Then getting in a pointless argument with a neighboring student. And wasting my chance to almost having caught the owner of the second music room through my own blunder. But at the end of the blunder, right at the end of it all, I grabbed that fine thread. The silence had continued for the past several days, but then this piano in the second music room was played, and thus I've been granted another chance. He wasn't one of the 7 mysteries of the school, the ghost of a pianist. He was just a complicit human being who was worried and securely locked the door during practice time, yet he forgot to lock the door and the window when heading home. White 2. Introductory chapter. Boom, boom, boom.
来た。
I like that song.
ああ、来たな。
It's been a day since I barely missed the owner of the second music room. As I predicted, he started practicing since yesterday.
隣に行ってくる。俺の身に何かあったらフォロー頼むな。
そりゃあいいけどさ。
じゃ
なあ、春樹。隣に行く前にもう一度自分の格好を見つめ直す気はないか？
What?
あ、それを言うなよ。せっかく決心が固まったところだったのに。
Thanks to Takuya uttering that one comment, my eyes fell upon the unsightly appearance around my waist. A tug-of-war rope I snatched from the gym storage room tied to my torso was dazzling. One of the rope was anchored to the pillar of the classroom. Perfect. Dude, he's gonna climb the window. Though when I first checked its length, it matched the building height, so it wouldn't work out as a lifeline.
痛いぞ、今のお前。
やっぱそう見える。
What the fuck?
開けてくれないってんなら出待ちすりゃいいじゃん。なんでわざわざ窓伝いに？
そんな当たり前のアプローチじゃ首を縦に振ってくれそうになくてな。
After all, thinking about it, this person doesn't even want people to see him when he's practicing alone. From that, I'm almost certain he's someone hard to please. At the very least, it's clear that he's an oddball who's willing to play with them. There's no doubt about that. Excuse me. I have damn prospect for directly approaching such a person. I must make as much of an impact as possible to catch his interest, or this isn't going to work out.
それに若いうちのバカは買ってでもしろって言うだろ。
I don't know, man. This seems really stupid.
そりゃ言うけどさ。
Climbing out the window. This is probably like the second, third floor.
言わねえよ。日本人のくせに日本語の使い方間違えるな。
お前嫌なやつだな。
それじゃあ今度こそ行ってくる。ロープ見ててな。
気をつけろよ。こんなことで怪我したら本気でバカバカしいからな。
With Takuya and warm encouragement from behind, I take a step outside the window frame.
よっと。
2 meters between here and the second music room window. For starters, I shouldn't move along the rain gutter between the classrooms and jump to new footing at the other classroom. I check that both distance and strength were fine plenty of times. If I have the reflexes of an average man, I should have some leeway. If I don't, then my lifeline should keep me in check at least. Still, that became nothing more than wishful thinking once I actually looked down for they're on the 3rd floor, dude. Because it's the 3rd year. I think this is how it goes in Japan. I don't know if it goes in all of Japan schools, but at least what I've seen in the anime, right? 1st floor is like for the 1st year. 2nd floor is for the 2nd years. 3rd floor is like for the 3rd years. He's a 3rd year, so he's on the 3rd floor. This is higher than I thought. The wall's hard and rough at that. Even if I had a lifeline, should I lose my grip, my body would smash into the wall. Bringing back my fighting spirit to forget the fear in my heart, I close my eyes and grab the rain gutter. Then after realizing it's too reckless to do this with no sight, my eyes spring wide open.
よし。
Hold on to the rain gutter and move my feet along. It looks like my first step was a success.
すげえ。
As soon as I put my entire body weight on the rain gutter, I hear a disturbing creaking sound. I do my best to ignore it, control my breath, and reach for the window for the next classroom. Since the window happens to open like always, my left hand is somehow able to grab a hold of the window frame.
もうちょい。
My left hand latches onto the window frame, and even my left foot gets in. At that left is to kick hard with my right leg from the rain gutter and slip into the room like that. Just you wait, owner at the second room, music room! Making sure of my final destination, I peep into the window. The grand piano is in the middle of the classroom, clearly visible. Though there was no one there yesterday, it's really obvious to say this. It's still sitting now, playing wholeheartedly with his fingers on the piano. No, there's nothing obvious about it, actually. It isn't him. I can only see him from behind. Black, glossy hair dances across the student back. The build is smaller than I expected. It isn't just the fingers. It's as if the entire body was vividly putting itself into playing the piano. Sensitive, with a small face, and most importantly, the paleness of the face from the side. However, wiping away all those minor details, what absolutely enthralls me is that strong melody ringing into my ears. It's her. I decided that it was a guy at some point, but now I realize that I had no basis in doing so. Not to mention, this girl is...
そんなバカな。
こらそこ何をやっとるか
Oh, Joe, just as I was about to take a step forward to check her face.
ハルキ
The school staff had finally noticed what I was doing, and breaking the rules was the least of my worries.
誰かまた持ってこい
And just when I thought this mission was a failure.
嘘だろ。
No way! Is he dead? My lifeline hadn't been of use yet. The moment my feet slipped, my arm desperately reached out, and I managed to grab the bottom of the window frame. So all that was left for me to pull myself up, elevate my body as much as I could, and magnificently jump into the classroom.
嘘だろ。
I'm sure I could do that, if I was grabbing onto the iron rod. Only my fingers were hanging to the window frame, so I can't focus the power in my arms. And more importantly, right now, I am completely baffled.
お前だったのか。
I can't hear anything, not even Takia calling out to me, or the right below me. Because, just on the verge of falling, I found out who she is.
あのピアノ、お前だったのか。トーマ。
Yo! Hanging by the thread! Bruh, if she's not the main girl, I don't know who is. The story's so perfect for her to be the main girl. She was always there with him, next door. All these months when learning how to play the guitar, she was there. The owner of the second music room is none other than my neighboring student.
北原何やってんのよこのバカ
Touma Kazusa of Class 3E, the neighboring student in my class. What's going to happen now? Is he dead? I don't think he got the muscle strength. He's probably, he'll be fine. It's anime, right? I'm sure something saved him. What saved him? We'll never know. Maybe they'll tell us here. Seemed like the teacher lectured him, though.
トーマ。トーマ。おい、悪いけどちょっと起きてくれ。
This is back then. Oh, he fell in love with her. Nah?
ああ、ごめんごめん。トーマカズサだよな。
Yo, love at first sight.
始業式からずっと登校してなかったよな。体調の方大丈夫か？
は
トーマが休んでる間な。授業の方はあんま進んでないけど、連絡事項だけはやたらと多くてさ。全教科の教科書、学生書、諸手続きの申請書類、上から提出期限の近い順になってるから。それとこれ、学割の申請書も念のため取っておいた。言わず帳だから電車通学だよな。
Man, he's so nice.
で、一番忘れちゃいけないのがこっち。保護者懇談会のプリント。いきなり来週から始まるから、今日中に保護者に渡しといてくれ。
保護者
本当は家に直接届ければよかったんだけど、俺の方もいろいろあって悪かった。ここまでで何か質問あるか？わかる範囲で答えるけど。そっか、よかった。じゃあ、 次は書類の書き方説明するな。まずこっちのジャージの購入申込書だけど、どうした？
うざい。うざい。
Dang.
よく言われるけど、これは必要なことなんだ。俺がうざいなら1回で覚えた方がお得だと思うぞ。
It's kind of like a mom, I'll be honest.
ああ、そっか。初対面だったな。俺、北原春樹。一応 E 組の前期クラス委員。
名前なんか聞いてない。
さっきから誰だお前って顔してたから。やっぱりまだ体調悪いのか？保健室行くか？つきそうけど。
触るな。
いや、まだどこも触ってない。分かった、後にする。ああ、そうだ。なんならこれ放課後家まで届けに。
触るな。
What the fuck?
Oh.
He didn't even touch you. At the time, I'm not touching you at all, was what I thought. But to begin with, what someone said didn't literally mean don't touch me. I soon realized the line she always tried to say was, don't come near me, don't get involved with me.
って聞いてるのか北原？
What?
He said, what?
What?
I was so bored. Rather, I was blaming myself so much that I unconsciously escaped to the past. Well, the memories I escaped to weren't really all that beautiful either.
なあ、どうしてあんなことをしたんだ？下手したら怪我で済まないってことくらいお前にわからないはずがないよな。
Yeah.
ああ、それはすいません、気が触れてました。
いや、そんな風に開き直られてもな。
I mean, you almost died, bro. It's been a day since that mess. Despite the fact that I was scolded right on the spot, it became so much of a problem that the homeroom teacher also lectured me the next morning.
らしくないな北原。いつものお前なら止める方だろ。後期になってクラス委員辞めたら責任も放棄か。
Damn, bro. What? Nah, man.
いや、そんなことはすいません。
どうせトーマにそそのかされでもしたんだろう。北原が自分からあんなバカをしでかすはずがない。
Damn, why did the teacher say Touma?
は？言ってる意味がわかりません。どうしてトーマのせいになるんです？
In fact, I don't even understand why Touma's dragged in here to be scolded as well.
音楽家を勝手に辞めたと思ったら普通科でも問題ばかり。トーマ、お前卒業する気あるのか？
The music program, she left on her own.
だいたい第二音楽室をトーマ一人に使わせることも私は反対だったんだ。親が有名なピアニストだか大口の寄付があるだかなんだか知らんが、そんな風に特別扱いするから図に乗るんですよ。
そうなの？
Dang, her parents was rich. Hey, I knew it. Foreshadow, bruh. They were talking about this in the beginning of the game, remember? It was this motherfucker. He was lecturing Touma because she was 5 minutes late to the class. And then I remember he was talking about her parents or something. And then he made her apologize like 4 times. Because he felt like her apology, like she didn't really mean it.
諏訪先生、それ以上は私からもトーマには注意しておきますから。
Yeah, man. Back up. You're kind of an asshole. For some reason, the topic moving away from my misdemeanor. With all these unexpected and unreasonable accusations being thrown around all over the place, I don't even know when to cut in anymore.
って何をトーマに注意するんです？そもそもなんでトーマまで俺と一緒に叱られるんです？言っておきますが、俺の命の恩人ですよ。
Since I can't stop the conversation from going off topic, all I can do is bring up that cheap sense of justice of mine for now.
いや、それは。
As suspected, all of the reaction, hers was the coldest.
北原、前々から注意してるのにまだわからないようだな。お前みたいな真面目なやつがトーマと関わるのはよせ。
Come on,
上の
man.
推薦を棒に振りたくないだろう。
だから今は俺が怒られるべきであって、トーマは関係ないでしょ。
本当に関係ないのか？トーマにそう言わされてるだけじゃないのか？
なんとか言ってくれよ、トーマ。トーマ。
I wonder why she's so quiet all the time. Oh well.
ああ、もう疲れた。
I used up all my energy before classes even started. I'm confident I would be sleeping through first period. Still though, the attitude those teachers had, what was that? Just thinking about it make me sick. Probably since it's someone else's problem. No, because it is someone else's problem. That's why.
納得いかない。なんで私はこんな目に。
今言うなよ。さっき言えよ。
It's too late to be running now.
教師なんかに何言ったって無駄。大人が分かってくれるわけない。
その昭和時代の不良みたいなレトロな態度はどうかと思うけどな。
うるさい。
あ、
何？
I have so many things I want to ask her, but
災難だったな。悪い、俺のせいで。
100% 北原のバカのせい。
it is his fault. Whoa, you tried to climb the window, man. I know you're curious, but he said that it's to convince them. Him or her. Somehow, from Touma's expression right now, it seemed as if she wouldn't mind even if we decided to forget all about what just happened.
でもまあ、日々の生活態度の賜物だな。トーマも俺みたいに先生方の信頼を勝ち取れば、こうして意味もなくかばってくれるかもよ。
あんたみたいに上にへつらいつつ、平穏でつまらない人生を歩むのはお断り。
Bro, that's real life though. You gotta do it sometimes, man. You gotta suck up to the higher ups.
俺の人生の目標は平均寿命より長く生きることでさ。
本当につまんないやつ。まさしく典型的な委員長タイプ。
前期委員長だからな。
あんたね、前から言おうと思ってたんだけど。
Touma white thin fingers point straight at me. I don't have her fingers to condemn my words. And then, seeing someone running down the hallway towards us, she unnaturally brings her finger down.
北原くん、
小木曽、なんで？
飯塚くんに聞いて。大丈夫？指とか怪我してない？
いや、無傷。
見た感じじゃよくわかんないな。突き指とかない？窓から落ちそうになったんでしょ？
She nonchalantly picks up my hands, then spread them out, and carefully investigate them and worry. I'm happy she's worried about whether I got hurt or not, but Ogiso's fingers caressing my hands are, well, quite, I like the relationship they have. Right? Obviously, this isn't Orogi. So, technically, the main character likes everybody. Right? Or else there wouldn't be Rouse. But I don't know, man. I feel like she likes Haruki. That's the name, right? She likes Haruki, but Haruki likes Touma, or at least Touma more. But that can also be me too. That might be what I'm feeling. Actually, that's what I feel. That might be just projecting to this faceless protagonist. But it's not my fault, bruh. They didn't give him a face. At least they gave him a voice.
大丈夫だから。本当無傷だから。むしろ心配事はそこじゃないから。
Reluctantly, I raise my hands above my head so Ogiso can reach. Giving up this blissful feeling, I try to put on a serious face, but it just feels empty and forced.
あ、そうか。どうだった？処分の方。
I'm just looking at them, right? I'm comparing Touma to Setsuna. I mean, there's some obvious places, but I can't tell. She crosses the fingers she used to embrace my hand earlier over her chest, staring at me with a cute gesture.
ああ、 追って沙汰があるって。まあ停学とか謹慎とか活動停止とかは食らわないと思うけど。
そうなんだ。よかった。学園祭まであと一月もないもんね。
Is taking a glance over her side every once in a while supposed to be something like a charm point? Well, that's what she's doing? So she's like looking away and she's like glancing like that? I wonder that's what she's doing. Maybe.
ああ、そうだな。
北原君？
Indeed, it doesn't seem like any rigorous punishment would be levied on me. However,
よかったよ。せっかく小木曽が入ってくれたのに、学園祭出られなくなったらシャレになんないし。
revocation of the K-On! Club privilege to use the music room. The light punishment that Suwa revealed at the end. It would have indeed been fatal if he brought that down on us now.
そうだよね。参加するって決めたからにはつまらない事故で出られなくなるのは悔しいし。
つまらないことしてごめんなさい。
そういう意味じゃないから。別に北原君のことを責めてるわけじゃ。
まあとにかく心配かけて悪かった。とりあえずそういうことだから。
そうだね。うん、とっても心配しました。だからとっても反省してください。
ごめん。
なんてほんの数分間だけどね。
小木曽。
She's nice.
それじゃ
No!
お友達？
Touma, don't go! Back then, I hadn't noticed that at all. How perfect Ogisa's timing had been. How Touma's expression had changed ever so slightly.
ああ、そうそう、紹介するよ小木曽。
ちょっと私は別に。
こっちトーマカズサ。うちのキーボード担当。いてえ。
Oh!
ふざけるなこのバカ。
Surely, after placing my hand on Touma's shoulder, she punches me. It makes me happy that I can do this after knowing her for half a year now. Since she's no longer saying things like, "Don't touch me." He feels happy when Touma punches him. I feel the same. Whoa, electric guitar?
全然ついていけない。
まだ怒ってるみたいだな。
So this is Touma when she's not holding back. The way she's completely ignoring my terrible guitar playing is indeed cool, but isn't it kind of sad to have that kind of personality?
トーマカズサ。3年 E 組。出席番号32番帰宅部所属。住所岩津町 6-2-12。電話番号。
And this is a stalker.
そんなのはクラス名簿で知ってる。
Actually, I memorized the whole thing because it's required for the class representative. Oh, he's a stalker too. I'm a stalker. I guess that's why we're friends. Is it required, right? Normally.
でもこれは知らなかっただろ。去年までのクラスは2年 H 組。一昨年のクラスは1年 H 組。
Okay.
いくらクラスメートだからって過去まで詮索していいわけないだろ。
Piano
個
boys.
人情報の取り扱い方が極端だよお前。
Class H. The last class for each year. In other words, the music program class.
でもまあ道理で去年まで全然見かけなかったわけだ。
Classes A through G are in the main building. A new annex was built for the music program 3 years ago. Class H stays there, so they never interact with us.
それだけが原因じゃないみたいだけどな。
っていうと
2年の時、年の半分近く欠席してたんだとさ。進級もギリギリだったらしい。
もしかして去年は体調悪かったのか？
聞いた話や俺の経験から判断すると 悪かったのは性格みたいだけどな。
今だって引き続き性格悪いけど、ちゃんと学校来てるぞ。そりゃ遅刻はダントツで多いけど。
I remember she came to school on time because Haruki told her to go to school on time. That was pretty dope.
お前、それフォローしてるつもりか？
いや待て。お前の一つ前の発言に引っかかるところを見つけた。俺の経験からってどういう意味だ？
最初にお前のクラスであの子見つけた3日後に付き合わないかって言ったらいきなり蹴りだぜ蹴り。
Which girl do I like more so far? I really want to say Setsuna, but come on, man. The heart wants what the heart wants. I like Touma. I know Setsuna's cuter. I can't help it, bruh. It's cause I don't know. I don't know why, to be honest. Is it her personality? Is it her looks? I am a shallow person. I can't tell what I like about her, but I like Touma more so far. I think it's because of the story, honestly. It's, you know, I like to make a lot of fan fiction and shit. I just made a fan fiction in my head not too long ago about, I feel like Ogiso likes Haruki, but it feels like Haruki likes Touma more. And I already said, as an Orochi protagonist, I know he likes everyone, but I feel like he likes Touma more. And I kind of like trying to like connect with the main character like that. So that makes me like Touma more. So that's why I like Touma more. Because I feel like liking her is what's best for the story. That's probably my main reason. I feel like liking her is the best. It fits the story. You enjoy this roller coaster? It gets heavy. I kind of expected that. I heard it makes a lot of people cry. But I'm tough. I went through Clannad. I went through Anohana. I think my tears are dried up. I don't know. Didn't I cry not too long ago? You, me, and her. That's not even a sad. It's kind of sad. It's pretty romantic, but it's a psychological horror. Crying in a psychological horror game. I don't know, man.
待て待て待て。お前、一言も俺に断りなしで何やってやがる。
I think I'm pretty easy actually. Oh, I'm crying. I guess that's not something to be proud of though. I'm shocked by what he did.
いや、だってお前のクラスの中じゃダントツだろ。付き合うならあの子しかいないって思ってさ。
See? What he said. Oh, okay. The first time I saw her was in your classroom, and 3 days later I tried to ask her out, but she kicked me. Good, I'm glad she kicked him.
お前はクラスごとに女がいないと気が済まないのか？全学年全クラス24人の彼女を作る気か？
This is more in line of thought. No, rather, his sharp sense of ability to identify the very finest leads me in awe.
やだな、音楽家はパスに決まってんじゃん。だから全部で21人。
お前、男とつるむ資格ないよ。
In what rank among the 21 are the girls he introduced me so far?
いいじゃんか、昔のことだ。それに、お前の彼女ってわけでもないだろ。
それは、そうだけど。
Why I stop there?
あのだな、その、竹谷。
Why am I stuttering? It's because you like her, that's why.
彼女ではないにしても、なんだかんだ仲良くやってるみたいだな。
そりゃ性格悪いけど人格悪くないし、普通に話せるそこそこいい友達つかお隣だし。
ところが去年まではな、他の音楽家のクラスメートとはまるっきり口を聞かなかったらしい。
え？
東間和沙はな、入学当時音楽家始まって以来の優等生だったんだとよ。
From this point on, Takeya started giving me some incredible detailed info on her. So detailed and accurate in fact that I can't help but believe him. The only problem is that most of the information he knows, he gathered from various girls. During first year, she participated in one international competition. Masakawa finally placed third at the same contest this year, but she already dominated it 2 years ago. Touma was in a different league since the very beginning. At first, the music teachers had all praised Touma, but compared to Touma, her classmates all appeared to be inexperienced amateurs. Even so, if only she had acted like an honor student, her classmate would have respected her without fear and would have aspired to be like her without avoiding her.
トーマ陽子
However, it would seem like there is another thing that even now continues to antagonize the relationship she has with others.
それってもしかして
ああ、つまり
トーマのお母さんだろ。確か保護者名簿で。
そう来ることは予測してたけど、そんなことまで覚えてるお前はやっぱ不気味だぞ。
で彼女のお母さんが何か
The truth is, I only know the name of several specific parents. Luckily, he does not pursue the matter further.
あのさ、ハルキ、結構前だけどウイスキーかなんかの CM でさ、赤いドレスの女がピアノ弾いてるやつ覚えてないか？
それって小学生くらいの頃じゃないか。確か各界の一流アーティストが出てくるシリーズもので。
そうそう、それそれで、そのシリーズの1番目がそのピアニストでさ。
ああ、なんかあったあった。うちの母親なんか確か CD 買ってきてたぞ。クラシックなんか普段全然聞かないくせに。
うん。でさ、つまり
あ嘘だろ。
That's her mom? No, I remember. Definitely, I remember seeing it credited to What? Yo, I thought that was her mom. That was her? No, wait. Is that her name? No, it's Kazusa. Touma Yoko is her mom, probably. Yeah. On screen. I'm 80% certain of it.
あの頃は日本で活動してたけど、今はヨーロッパに拠点を移したらしくてな。
Remember, Touma name is Kazusa. Something like that.
トーマの
Despite classical pianist being a small occupation in Japan, her CD was very popular. On top of that, it's selling incredibly well, even in the countries where classical music were born.
うちの学園に相当の寄付をしてるらしい。第二音楽室のピアノも東間家の寄贈だとか。
Having a mother like that, who was extremely famous, she also made such a large donation to the school. It'd be hard for the staff to treat Touma normally. Yes, for example, preferential treatment, like one music room out of the 3 being put aside specifically for her use.
東間和沙は音楽家始まって以来の優等生だった。しかも地位も金も名誉もあるわ。教師にひいきされるわ。
Damn, she got it all.
まさに至れり尽くせりの特別な生徒だった。
No. You know, what's her name? Setsuna. That's what people treat her though, right? Like in a Joe-sama. Touma was the real Joe-sama.
そんなことがいろいろと積み重なって、クラスではソース感食らって、ついでに東間の方も歩み寄る気配がまるでなくて。
In other words, she was snarling at both the teachers and her classmates for looking at her with such things in mind.
2年になってからは、ほとんどクラスメートと話したことはなかったって。
なんだよそれ。クラス委員何やってたんだよ。
普通のクラス委員はな、お前みたいに鬱陶しいくらい干渉したり、何でも仲立ちしたり、とことんまで面倒見たりしないの。
Hey. Oh, okay.
そうなの
Isn't it a representative job to grit their teeth while taking all the jobs other people don't like to do? I don't know, man. Yo, anime brainwashed me, man. Whenever I see Incho, right? Class E, whatever they call it. The school representative, class representative, they always kind of act like him. They are very nosy. Even it means that other people may end up hating them.
ま、そんなこんなで、さすがに居づらくなったんだろうな。3年から普通科に転科してきて今に至ると。
そうか。
で、どうする？それでもうちに誘うのか？
With so many emotions swirling around my mind, I can't immediately provide him with an ideal logical response like I always would.
難しいぞ、あの子は。仲間とつるむのに拒否反応があるかもしれない。
In any case, this is quite frustrating. It seems like I've gone off a tangent with my own emotions, which is not exactly one of my best traits.
何しろこの俺を振るくらいだからな。他のどんな男にだって心を開くとは。
黙れ、一クラス一穴主義者。
Even so,
誘うよ。
春樹。
because her piano wants to match up with me.
何としても仲間になってもらう。
Because I was enchanted by that sound. See, yo, come on, bro. Yo, picking Touma. You have to pick her. Look how much the character, bro, the main character, he was enchanted by her sounds. The way she matches up for him all these months. She was always with him. You just gotta pick Touma. I can't see any other girl.
あんだけ上手くて帰宅部で、しかも普通科で誘わない手なんかないだろう。
On top of that, it's because she's the one who played that beautiful melody.
小木曽にはなんて言うんだ。ピアノ担当のこと。今まで嘘ついてたろ。
きちんと説明する。しっかり謝る。でもトーマが必要だって分かってもらう。
納得してくれなかったら
絶対に諦めない。だって俺にはどうしても二人とも必要なんだ。
Dang.
どっちも大事なんだよ。
人、それを二股と言う。
I know, right? I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something like you are two-timing. Kanajo no Kanajo. I'm watching that anime next month. That anime is coming out next week, actually. Kanajo no Kanajo for the summer anime 2021.
お前に言われるとは思いもしなかった。
I may as well be doing the worst possible thing now. Lying to an acquaintance I recruited and who believed in me while asking a great deal from the person who saved my life. But I can't stop now. I don't want to stop either. There's only 1 month left until the school festival. There isn't any time left to think this over. Have any regrets or lose my way now.
まあともかく一つだけ忠告しとくぞ。
いやだからそれはいつもの俺のセリフ。
トーマを誘うのはいいが、妙な同情だけはやめとけよ。変に気を回しても相手の気を悪くするだけだぞ。
そんなの分かってるって。
あといつもみたいな説教もやめとけ。お前は気を使ってるつもりで、実は一歩も引かなかったりすることがあるからな。
何度も言わせるな。自分のことは自分が一番よく知ってる。
ああいうタイプにはそういう押し付けがましい態度は絶対にうざがられる。ほんと気をつけろよ。
だからそんなうざい真似しないって。もう半年もあいつと付き合ってるんだぞ。何の心配もいらないって。
You haven't even talked to her half a year though. What you mean?
だといいけどな。
White Album 2 Introductory Chapter.
そこに居座られるとうざいんだけど。
I'm save. I think I'll call it here. We'll call it here. I think it's a good stopping point, so I'll just call it here. So far, I like Touma. Then we're gonna call it Kazusa. Alright. I like Kazusa the best. So far. My tune may change depending what they're gonna do to Setsuna. But you also gotta remember, this is introductory chapter. This is chapter 0. So everything could change. But at least for right now, I think Kazusa is pretty cool. I like her the best. Setsuna is also pretty cool. But I think this story kind of revolves more to Kazusa. At least for now. So, yep. Let's see. Excuse me. How you get out? Quit. Oh my god, I don't want to quit. I don't know if I really saved. Alright, I think I got it. Alright, GG's.